Hey, how's it going, everyone? And Merry Christmas! Alright, so today I decided to do another video. With Christmas, me and my girlfriend, we exchanged gifts, and she actually got me, as you can see, she got me one of the mini Famicom classics. Yeah, so I thought that was really cool. I was really excited when I got this too. A lot of nostalgia came when I opened up that box. But yeah, as you can see, basically it's just a miniature compact Famicom. Everything down to the controllers, the overall design, everything. This is basically the Japanese answer to the NES Classic that is released in the States. Aside from the obvious main difference in design and style and such. Another difference that is with this version is that there are some Japanese exclusive games. It does have 30 titles similar to the American one, but there's some titles that weren't originally released in the States that you couldn't play at that time, but you could play in Japan, such as like Final Fantasy 3. So, you know, such like that. So there are slight differences when it comes to that. But yeah, I'm gonna open it here and give you guys a look at it and kind of get a little feel for it. I did open it earlier. Like I said, I was super excited. I was like really stoked to have it. So I did pop open the box and like kind of glance around a bit. So yeah, this is gonna be the second time I kind of pop it out, but I did put everything back to the way it was so you can get a visual as to how it looks when it comes out the box. So yeah, quick glance at the box one more time. The sides. Okay, and the sides, same as the bottom. Then again, the back, the different games that are on it. Right here it says 30 titles, pretty much pre-installed. So, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and pop it open again. So, get this popped out. All right. So, basically what it comes with is this right here. There's a code right there, so I'm gonna pretty much hide it so no one can see it. But yeah, it comes with a My Nintendo code. So there's that right there. And what's really cool with it is that, let me remove that and take this out, is it comes with a instruction manual similar to the original one. So I thought that was pretty cool. They're really trying to keep up with that nostalgia feel. So it has the same exact manual pretty much that it had when it originally released. So that's pretty cool. Then for the system itself, let's go ahead and pop it out. So it comes in this wrapping style. Move that to the side for just a second. Yeah, the controllers were individually wrapped as well as the system. So we'll go ahead and slide that out. There we go. And go ahead and slide off the controllers as well. And right away, you can pretty much see how small it is, pretty much. Yeah, like it fits in the palm of my hand. It's pretty crazy. I brought along my 2DS, or 3DSs rather, so you can kind of get a feel, kind of get an understanding of just how, big the system is. So compared to like the XL 3DS, it's pretty much the same size when it comes to like width and stuff like that. And then when it comes to the standard 3DS, so yeah, it's really small, like I said. As for the design, the controllers are built in similarly to how the original system was. So you can't get any other controllers, and that's probably maybe the only bad thing I've seen so far with it, is that there's this, and the cord itself isn't really too long, so you do really have to sit really close to the TV to play. As for the overall design, like I said, it's pretty much the exact same. We do have similar buttons. The only thing is that the eject button, it's pretty much just for show. It just sticks in place and there's really no use for it. There is two buttons that do have a use. There is the power button, as you can see right here. So these do function the system. This turns it on and off. And then we have a reset button right here. And basically, this doesn't really reset the system so much as it is kind of like a back button. Say you're playing a game and you want to go in and play another one, you go ahead and hit reset and it takes you back to the main menu. you're still technically still have that one game loaded. So if you really want, or say you accidentally hit the reset button, you can jump straight back into it, or you can choose another game to play instead. So what else comes in the box is that we have an HDMI cord. So it comes with an HDMI cord so you can plug it to your TV, as well as the power source being a USB cord. So there's not an actual power brick or anything in here, but just a USB cord. Luckily myself, my TV has a USB option as well. So literally both of these just plug straight from the system into the TV and I'm ready to go. And for where you plug it in, it's just on the back. So we have the HDMI slot and the USB slot. And yeah, as simple as that. Just plug them in and you're ready to go. But yeah, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to cut away for a second, cut right back in, and I'm going to plug it up and kind of give you guys a little view of what it looks like on the TVs. So yeah, give me a second to do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back and I have it plugged up to the system. So the cords to the TV and both the HDMI and the USB is pretty long, so there's really no issue when it comes to that when you want to plug it up. The main thing is, like I said earlier, is that the cords are actually kind of short, so you can only go so far. So you kind of want to have it in a nice position spot so you don't have to, you know, worry about leaning too far or pulling the system. So that's how it pretty much looks when it's set up. And I have it, like I said, set up to the TV. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and power it on. As it powers on, kind of give you a look. So there it goes, and bam, this is pretty much how it looks like on the screen. Then you can just pick up the controller and kind of go through what we have on there. So we'll just kind of slide through what titles they have. You can take a glance, so keep going. But yeah, these are what's available on the Japanese version of it. And let's just go ahead and start one up so you can kind of get a look for it. So I don't know, let's start up Dr. Mario. So basically, yeah, you just click it and it starts up immediately. And you know, there's the other controller so you can play up to 2 people. But yeah, it works fine. Like I said, the controller is a little small, so some people might have an issue with that. I personally don't. I'm pretty content with it. I'm pretty fine with it. So that's cool. But also, like I was saying earlier, that is if you hit the reset button, so go ahead and hit it really fast, it just takes you straight back to the main menu. And as you can see over here, the game that you were originally playing, you can resume with ease, just in case, like I said, you accidentally hit it or you decided, no, I really want to just continue playing. So that's cool. And another thing that I thought was pretty cool is if you go to settings, if you go to the settings for the TV, you can actually play it in how it was originally intended. So like the analog TV, we have 4:3, and then we just have the pixel perfect version, which I just recently set it up to that so it could look really clear on my TV. But you know, personal preference here. If you want it to look grainy like it did, go ahead and show you really fast. So that's set. Okay. But yeah, you can change it and basically it'll start looking similar to how it did back on the analog days. Maybe it's a little difficult to see via this camera, but in person, if you saw it, you could really tell the difference. But overall, that's it. That's all I really wanted to show you. If you're a really big Nintendo fan, like I said, it's got some games that are different than the American version, but it's definitely worth it in my opinion. Like I said, my girlfriend got it for me for Christmas. It was a really, really great gift. Really love her for that. And yeah, definitely, if you're a Nintendo fan, go ahead and pick it up. That's all I have to say. All right, take it easy.